So, that's why chicks don't like being choked anymore outside of the bedroom. So, hey, welcome everybody.
Hey.
My name is Chris Blunt.
And I'm Breezy Rumsey.
And welcome to Profoundly Ignorant. Oh, man, how's everybody doing today?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I am doing okay.
Yeah.
We saw Logan this weekend. Logan came out, so that's why nobody's in a really great mood.
Right.
We're just okay. So it's been interesting. Like we had, it's been a pretty eventful week. I'd say. First of all, let's get into it. The first thing we're gonna talk about is white tears. White tears. It's been a thing. With the Oscars that went on. That was an event. We had like Moonlight won Best Picture. Phenomenal. Like great move for Black people. For LGBT and
You forgot the Q.
Yeah. Huh?
You forgot the Q.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of letters in that
God
acronym.
damn it. LGBT, like there's Q, there's like, shout out to y'all. No offense. My bad. But it's for all of, it's for everybody.
Right.
I loved it. And it was, of course, everybody fucked up. The presenter, the company fucked up with La La Land. We're calling La La Land first. And like, it was a very embarrassing experience. Like that's never happened in the history of that show.
The Oscars, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it was weird. I felt like it was a cut off your nose to spite your face type deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we're gonna give you this, but we're gonna kind of fuck up because now the news is not about how great that movie is. Mm-hmm. It's more of like how La La Land.
Well, and the cast of La La Land and the directors and stuff were already starting their acceptance speeches and their celebration of themselves. So then it forces the cast of Moonlight to feel a little bit like Kanye taking Taylor Swift's thunder.
Exactly.
Like, just kidding.
It's like, oops.
Didn't matter.
So, I'm definitely gonna go see Moonlight because I haven't seen it, sadly enough.
I did. I rented it last week because I wanted to see what the hype was about, actually. So if nothing else, I didn't know a lot about it. And that was one of the things I said to, Ken, my significant other. I didn't see a lot of previews for this movie. I didn't hear a lot of talking it up ahead of time. So I'm excited that it won. I probably, without even the La La Land joke, scandal, whatever you want to call it, I would have checked it out because I tend to want to see whatever wins Best Picture because obviously it did something.
Yeah.
Whether I necessarily, except when that fucking white bread sniper Chris guy, you know which one I'm talking about.
I have no idea. They're all white.
Oh God, American Sniper? Is that what it was?
American Sniper? Oh yeah, I had no interest in seeing that shit because I knew about the real story. I had no interest in seeing that shit. I had no interest in seeing The Help either. Mm-hmm. I remember talking about The Help with my grandmother, and I was like, "Grandma, you going to see The Help?" And she was like, "Nah, I was The Help. I don't really."
I saw The Help because I read the book, and I was excited by the casting of The Help, so I went and saw that one.
I'm just good on the Whitey gonna make me write movies. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, they were so destitute, and then this bitch came in and she made everybody great, and ended racism, and everything was cool. So I was like,
except for that time when it wasn't.
Except that it's still not.
So, speaking of movies, continuing on with the movie deal, I saw Get Out.
Yeah.
Last weekend.
So this is my debate.
Yeah.
When I chose Logan, I was telling Lawrence when you were out of the room, Ken and I don't get a lot of time where we have matching schedules because we work pretty much opposing shifts.
Yeah.
And we've got kids that are constantly needing rides here, there, and the other place.
Word. Parenting.
Right.
Yeah.
So when we get a moment like a Friday afternoon where I'm off and he's off and we're like, let's go see a movie, the kids are in school. We are like, crap, there's 5 things we want to see. What do we see? We were up in the air, we were arguing all the way to the theater. Do we see Logan because it's new and it's X-Men? Or do we see Get Out because I've heard amazing things and I really want to see it? And ultimately we opted for Logan because it's just my genre.
But the answer is yes.
We want to go back. We even debated, should we tell the kids to just take the bus home and we're going to see 2 movies this afternoon?
Let them learn about survival.
Right?
You need to see Get Out. It was great.
If my son's principal hadn't called halfway through Logan, I might have. A badass
Shout out
child.
to Young Thugs.
Ruining my life.
Exactly. Goddamn kids. Boy, I tell you. Get Out was great. It enhanced my distrust for white chicks. White chicks are losing.
I feel like I should be offended, but I'm not.
No. Because I feel like white chicks are taking a big PR hit this year. Mm-hmm. There's You know,
And we don't mean the movie with the Wayans brothers.
no, not.
Not-
I mean,
not
that
that
movie
one.
Ben took a PR hit, but like just in general, white chicks is catching up to the movie.
Yeah.
Now, so like I watched Get Out, and I was like, I kind of want to send an email to all my friends out here now, like, yo, don't ever invite me to your parents' house, like,
Right?
ever. Like, I don't want to go there. And I was like, I was talking like. I always debate with my friends. We talk about a thing where there was like the brainwashed people. You know, if you're listening, go see Get Out. It's a great movie. A lot of brainwashed black people. Anyway, so
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. White people are fucked up. Anyway, so like,
True that.
there was like this one guy that I was joking with my boy. We were talking about how the guy when he was brainwashed, he had his facial hair. Trimmed off, and I was like, see, that's the thing.
Symbolism.
Because for me, I always think it's a symbolism issue with black men and facial hair. Like, if you're working in the public, like if you're working in the political sector, things like that, it's okay. Or when you're an actor, because you have to present somewhat of a blank slate. But a theory with my friends and I, we always talk about having facial hair as a signal of strength and manhood versus when, back in the days when men were called boy because they tried to emasculate black men and make them seem inferior and less threatening.
Right.
And so the reason why a lot of men wear facial hair, maybe subconsciously for the most part, is to assert their dominance or their manhood.
Masculinity,
Yeah, the
yeah.
masculinity. So I thought that was very interesting. A great point that they put out in there. And plus they just had so much like key undertones that you should definitely check out.
Yeah.
So it was
I will
good.
definitely be seeing that one.
It's great, man. It's great. I was at a party last night with some really nice people. This is the part where Get Out kind of fucks you up. Because I was at a party last night with really nice people. Majority of them were white. And they were really nice to me. And I felt awkward about it. I actually left a little bit. Like, I was like, man, this is getting really uncomfortable and comfortable at the same time. Like, they're just smiling at me a little bit too much. Like, somebody gave me a hug and I didn't know them. And I was like, I need to leave. Like, and what's sad is I like these people. They're awesome. I just don't know if they want me to, if they're going to brainwash me and turn me into their sex slave.
Right.
And that's the thing. Thank you, Get Out, for making that a thing. So,
Sex slave though?
yeah, sex slave. Sex slave.
I think that's his own
Anything.
personal desire mixed in with the fear. Yeah.
Fear, fantasy.
Yeah.
Fear,
It
fantasy.
got a little gray right there for Chris.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah.
Like, please don't do this, but kind of.
If you're gonna do it, then do this.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, do this. Please don't. Or.
Yeah.
Right.
So, all right.
Oh, no.
All right. So, man, it's been. But other than that, the movies have been great. It's been polarizing. I feel like it's a good year for movies.
Yeah.
Now, so much more to look forward to. So much going on right now.
Oh yeah. A lot of good previews in,
yes.
in
I'm gonna just.
Logan.
We should just get into Logan.
We should just get into Logan.
All right, let's get into Logan.
But wait. Before
What
we
up?
get into Logan,
Yeah.
I have to bring this up because nobody's mentioned it yet. The Guardians 2 trailer.
Oh, I think we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
We did. We talked
We
about
talked
it
the
a couple
newest
weeks
one
ago.
with your boy, with Kurt Russell. Did we talk about that?
No.
We did not.
No, then we haven't. We
No.
talked. I think we talked about the first one. With
Yeah.
Baby, we were
Trailer.
squeeing on Baby Groot.
Yeah, Baby
Yeah.
Groot. But there's Kurt Russell playing the father,
Yeah.
which that's gonna be dope. And I love it. I love the casting. I was like, yeah, Kurt Russell is just that dude.
Yeah.
And he's that dad, and I love it. I love it. Kurt Russell hasn't given a fuck since '85,
Right.
and I love it. I love watching him, and I can't wait to see the movie. I think it's gonna be great.
Was in 85, what? Houseboat?
House. Yeah.
Love Overboard.
Was that House
Yeah.
Overboard?
Overboard? Yep.
Overboard.
Love Overboard.
Holy shit, that's my
Gladys
mom's favorite
Knight.
movie. I had to think about that
Yeah.
for a minute.
Yeah.
Where,
And I was like-
where Goldie Hawn's that rich white twat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she bumps her head, gets amnesia, and he's like, "You're my wife.
my
Raise my
wife now."
children."
Exactly. Like, technically, that's rape, but other than that, it makes a great comedy.
But they were together in real life, which made it
Yeah.
extra fun.
Really?
Yeah.
that's That's amazing. No, I'm talking about really. That makes it great.
I love the fact that they were together in real life, and he was like, "Yeah, I am totally taking advantage of your amnesia."
I'm totally taking advantage. I ain't gonna lie, I'd do it if I found
I
a rich
really
chick.
enjoy.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm one of these people that really oddly enjoys real life relationships carrying over into art. So like,
Yeah.
one of my favorite things about Parks and Rec is that Nick Offerman plays Ron Swanson, and his actual real life wife, Megan
Yes.
Mahoney, comes in and she's like his abusive, like psychologically abusive wife. Or ex-wife. I love that.
I
because
love
they're
them.
married in real life, and I love their dynamic on that
Nick
show.
Offerman is amazing.
Yeah. Follow him on Twitter if you're not. He
Oh, man,
he
he
is
is
like
amazing.
at,
He's amazing.
at President Cheeto like every fucking day.
Yes.
He is just on Trump's ass.
He's the reason why I drink a lot of whiskey.
and you know, if I could get into woodworking, man, that'd be my shit.
Exactly. So I love him. I love that couple, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's always good when you see a couple that can have fun with each other.
Oh yeah.
All right, so like switching gears. All right, so yeah, let's
Logan.
talk about Logan.
Logan.
Logan and my motherfucking feelings.
Yeah.
All right,
Sorry,
so
spoiler alert.
there's so many spoiler alerts. If you're listening to this and haven't seen Logan, like, I mean, it's all good. I love y'all, but fuck y'all. I'm just gonna say what I want.
Let's pick an arbitrary
Yeah.
time. How long
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about Logan and tell them to queue up at that moment.
I'm not gonna give it to them.
Oh, don't-
They don't like.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all
I'm
just
here
gonna have
for
to
you.
understand. All right, y'all just gonna have to understand. All right, so anyway, Logan was one of the best westerns I've seen in years.
It was totally Western.
It
and
made
set in
up-
Texas, and they talk about the border wall.
Yes. Oh my God.
The nod
like,
to the
did you
border
get
wall.
the feeling that the director was like,
Fuck you,
man,
Trump."
fuck US?
Yep.
Like, it was like, it starts off at the Mexican border,
Uh-huh.
ends up at the Canadian border, and pretty much the thing is, people are fucked up in America.
Right.
Fine, get out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just
Yeah.
like that. What was so weird is like, just seeing like old decrepit Professor X,
Yeah, that was hard.
and then finding out everybody died.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everybody's gone.
everybody's gone, and it made it so sad.
Yeah.
Everybody died?
Everybody's done.
Well, they're talking about why there's no other mutants, like why the mutants are pretty much extinct, and the ones that are alive are in hiding. And it's sad. I mean, I don't want to give. I have a lot of spoiler feels, so I'm not going to give too
Yeah,
much away. But
it-
they go into why, and it just breaks your heart.
It does. It's really bad. It's just it's an all around like it's a deep tone of a movie,
Mm-hmm.
and it's different than any other Wolverine movie, being that it's good,
Yeah.
and so
True.
that's one of the reasons.
Yeah.
Wolverine was alright.
Well, but it wasn't this. When you see it, you're like, oh, this is the fuck y'all should have did. It was just so
I'm
on
gonna
point.
put a little earworm in everyone's ear that hasn't seen it yet, or even if you have, that you're not gonna be able to unsee.
Mm-hmm.
The little girl that's one of the central
Fucking amazing.
points of this movie.
Yeah.
There's a scene where Xavier's talking to Logan and he says, "Does she remind you of anyone?" And in my head I wanted to scream, "Yeah, she fucking looks like Quicksilver." The little girl that plays the main little girl, her face is Evan Peters' face. Just throwing that out there. Now that you've seen it, you won't unsee it. And so when they try to get into her lineage, you're not going to believe it because you're going to think, no, that's Quicksilver's daughter.
Nah, she's such a wonderful actress.
Oh, she was amazing.
She kicked ass. It was violent and gentle
Yeah.
at the same time. I think part of me, I was just like, I wasn't ready to see Professor X
Yeah.
like in that state.
And
And-
I
everything.
mean, you watch these movies and you realize, man, Patrick Stewart is old as fuck.
Yeah.
But he
yeah.
seems like he's just like, just the other day I'm reading a news interview with him where he's talking about how he's applying for American citizenship so he can fight Trump.
Exactly, yeah.
And
you
I'm
see
like,
him do
good
that.
man, that guy's got years left.
And he's just lively, but like in that movie, they make it seem like he's just like, you were just like, what's wrong? Like you about
Right.
to Google Patrick Stewart just to make sure you're
Are
okay.
you okay?
It's like, it was just, I
They
feel like,
they made him weaker than he's ever been. Even
Yeah.
when he was at his worst in some of the other X-Men movies. You walked away feeling like, man, that guy could fuck me up without even like really
Exactly.
I mean, all he'd have to do is blink an eye and I'd be dead.
yeah.
This
yeah.
one, you're like, man, he's like your crazy uncle in a nursing home, and you just want to put a blanket on his lap.
I love the raw cussing
Yes.
in it. It was great. Like, shut the fuck up, Logan.
Yeah, and
it was like it was just awesome. And I was
Yeah.
like, yes, because that's the talk you have with your crazy grandfather.
Right.
Like, it's like, why don't you shut? I just want to pee. I was like, yes.
They added such great humor, but it was so spare.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't everywhere.
I didn't laugh once, really.
The only time I laughed is when Logan's throwing the pills at him in the truck, and Patrick Stewart sticks his tongue out and is like, ah, after he tells him to take them.
Yeah. Oh, that was funny.
That was funny, and
That
I was like,
funny.
oh, I
Part
love
of me
it.
kind of laughed when he kind of destroyed the truck, too.
Yeah.
When he was
When he was
just angry.
yeah.
Oh, man, because I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. Let it out. Let it out. I lost it, though. Like, did you tear up? Did you end up tearing up? I ended up tearing up.
I was in tears quite a bit towards the end of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think this is the problem with me. Like, my grandfather passed away. My grandfather reminds me of, like, old westerns and things like that, and that's the tone of the movie. So, like, when I heard Johnny Cash at the end,
Yeah.
I
You
was
know
like,
what actually really got me a little bit? And this might be a spoiler, so if you're not interested, plug your ears. There was no post-credit
yeah,
anything, and it felt so final.
yes,
Oh,
and like
that was hard.
that was hard. Like, I think I teared up like almost again when I like the end credit came and the lights went up, and I'm like, the fuck is this?
Right, like this isn't right.
What
no.
are y'all doing? So like that, and I think at the end, this is a major spoiler alert. So if you listen to this, my bad, but fuck you, but my bad, you know. So like the crop when the grave when they turn it to the X, the cross to the X, it seems so like for me it was very closing the casket moment, and it was the symbolism behind it, and I just
want to pass my phone
lost
around
it.
if anyone's wondering what I'm looking at. That's
Yeah.
the little girl playing
yeah,
the main girl and Evan Peters.
she was so fucking.
Am
amazing.
I wrong?
No, you're not wrong at all.
No.
Look at her.
Yeah.
Hand that to him and let him see.
Oh wow,
She could be his little sister.
Oh wow, that could be his little sister.
I was like, that's who they should have got for
That
Scarlet
is,
Witch.
yeah, for real. That is amazing. Nah, it was such a great movie, and I feel like it deserves an Oscar.
Yeah.
Like this movie has Oscar written in it. Like it's very like, it's heavy. It has so much good emotion.
I would be shocked if they do it because the Oscars are stuck up.
Yeah, they're
People.
stuck up.
They're gonna be
man.
like, no, we can't do a superhero.
Like I
Oscar.
even liked the villain. I liked the way the villain was played. Like
I thought the villain before he took off the glasses, I thought it was Draco Malfoy, Tom Felton. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's Tom Felton, only he got buff, and then he took the glasses off. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no, it's not. But that would have been good.
yeah. Oh no, it was dope. It was dope. I think but all around great cast. Stephen Merchant was good.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Stephen Merchant.
Merchant.
So I was a little bit distracted because when his character came out and started speaking, like his face was all messed up and he had he was wearing all the shit over his face.
Yeah.
I was like, is that the guy that played Vision? Is it Paul Bettany? And because it sounded like Vision, and
It's like Vision fucked up too.
I'm like,
and in
why-
this universe.
Why do they keep doing this? And then I'm looking, and then as it started to wear on, I'm
He
like,
was Caliban, wasn't he?
yeah, he's Caliban. I'm like, okay, so that's not Paul Bettany, but it's somebody that's reminding me so much of Paul Bettany. And then at the end, and when his name came up, I'm like, of course it's Stephen Merchant.
Yeah,
Of course it's Stephen Merchant.
Oh man, it is great. I think so. Definitely, if you're listening to this, go out and see Logan. If you've seen it before, go see it again. It's a great movie.
It was.
I loved it. I think definitely one of the best movies Fox Studios for X-Men have put out. If not the best. I think it's the best one that they put out. Like over
Yeah.
all the, because normally like Fox can't do really good movies when it comes to X-Men. They don't do them right. And I think this one they finally did it right. And they sent Logan out well. Mm-hmm. It was great. I was all in my fucking feelings. I'm still in my fucking feelings about it.
Yeah.
So it's a thing. So let's switch to something lighthearted.
Yeah.
What about these wiretaps? Can you explain the wiretaps? Because I'm kinda interested, but like,
So
you know.
I feel like the wiretaps themselves, it may or may not be whatever it is. The fact of the matter is that Trump, our president, if you support that or not, whatever your feelings and thoughts are on him, the alleged leader of this country,
Agent
or as
Orange 45.
right, Agent Orange 45, or
All right.
as I like to call him, our so-called president, since he
Okay.
likes to call judges so-called judges.
yeah, president.
President L.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy.
Finger quotes.
He is Twitter addicted and doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. So Saturday night, was it Saturday night? God, it feels like it was already so much longer ago. Last night, he went on this tangent out of nowhere, no news leak, nothing, just about Obama setting up wiretaps, Obama breaking the law, how it was compared to Watergate, and this, that, and the other thing. And then He got quiet for a few hours, and then he starts tweeting about Arnold Schwarzenegger and The Apprentice. I'm just like,
Why do you give a fuck, man?
this guy is fucking all over the map and obviously has some sort of mental illness, right?
Yes.
Like, I'm not the only one that's seeing this and going, this dude is crazy. So the wiretaps. In order for somebody to be wiretapped, it has to go through a federal judge, which means if this is true, you are actually declassifying classified information by tweeting about this as the president.
True.
So now you're opening the gate for anyone that wants to leak it to not be a criminal and be convicted of treason if they
Yeah.
want to talk about it. And two, like, holy shit, if you're being wiretapped, the FBI has some shit on you and you know it's coming.
Exactly.
So my feeling is that he knows that something big is about to drop in the news and he is sending out these little nuggets of fucking weird so that his brain dead followers, that the diehard ones that we all see, like I no longer think anybody I know is the diehard Trump supporter. I
Yeah.
feel like they're all starting to go, ugh.
Yeah. Because
Who invited that guy to the party? But I think the diehards, he's setting out nuggets so that they can hold on to something when this news bombs.
I feel like Trump is like he's a child. He's very childish.
Oh, yeah.
So he's very much like he probably gets those briefings and he's like, all right, now what can I talk about?
Right?
You know, like I'm like, it's just, this is the most immature president.
Oh, by
We-
hands down.
right, that we have. And
I mean,
it's
Clinton
hard
liked
dealing
to
with him.
go for jogs to McDonald's for some Big Macs and played the saxophone and, you know,
Yeah, that's
bang interns. And he was so much more mature.
the interns are dope. So like,
Get it?
yeah, I feel like, you know, I feel like
And I
Monica
hope-
Lewinsky.
I hope Hillary's sitting back, just drinking her tea and going,
She is.
Oh, God.
She's like no fucks are really given at this moment. Nah, I think you know, in the truth, I think we talked about this before. I feel like Monica Lewinsky got the short end of the stick on that one.
yeah, I think
that
we
was-
as a country vilified her far more than we needed to.
No, and I don't think she was a villain at all. Really, like
She was
I
young
mean,
and impressionable, and he
Yeah.
took advantage of a very young. I mean, everyone goes all sideways about how young she was. She was an adult. We need to clarify. She was not a child, but she
No.
was as close to a child as you could possibly.
and they
I think.
tried to play it like that.
Right.
Like he just came in on her, and she was just this young whore.
Right.
You know, like.
No, she was
Nah,
young
it
and
wasn't
impressionable,
like that.
and he was charismatic, and he was very powerful, and I
It was
think
the fucking
it
president.
is what it is, and it happened, and people need to move the fuck on with it and stop making her the perpetual bad guy,
Because she lives in like London now, apparently. Like she stopped fucking with America.
well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, totally. Like, I mean, I'd fuck with her. I like do you ever have like crushes on like people who are like the complete opposite of you, like as far as like social, political, like any stars, any celebrities who are like they're probably a douchebag.
So this is the really funny thing. No, my celebrity crushes tend to mostly be British. I do have a lot of celebrity crushes that would 100%, given all of like the stars aligning, would still never be interested in me because they're gay. I like a lot of gay dudes. Zachary Quinto being
Yeah, he's gay
being up there. Yeah.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I kind of have a crush with Meghan McCain. Shout out to Meghan McCain. I don't really like her that much.
You
She's
know-
not terrible.
She politically is on the opposite end of the spectrum from me, but she's skewing more towards my way because I feel like if nothing else, if anything good comes out of this, it is forcing the lines between left and right to become a little bit more gray in the right that hate Trump.
Yeah.
There are right that hate Trump. Like, if I'm sitting here going, God, George W. Bush is looking so tempting anymore with all the shit he's talking about Trump right now. God,
Yeah.
George W. Bush was a fucking idiot, and he was
Yeah.
an absolute imbecile and detrimental to this country. And right now I'm going, man, I've got some lust for him. I wish he were still there.
Yeah, which is so bad. Like I'm
John
glad that the
McCain? Why am I ever on John McCain's side?
Exactly. What I'm happy about is that somebody posted an article like, whoa, let's not forget that George W. Bush is a fucking idiot.
Right.
Like he's on this press run right now where he's going around and he's like, I had problems with my poncho and I don't like the racism and things like that. Which actually I never really thought that George W. Bush was completely like racist. I never got that.
You
Like,
never Kanye'd on him?
I never Kanye'd on him. Nah, I just didn't. I don't know. It just didn't strike me as that as much. I thought that he didn't give a fuck about poor people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like how that's or anybody under his class. I think he's an elitist in that way.
I think a lot of our political
Yeah.
I mean, including Hillary. I'm going to be honest, and I like Hillary. I
Yeah.
voted for her. She wasn't my cup of tea in the beginning. Well, actually, no. I don't even want to say she wasn't my cup of tea. I always liked Hillary for what it was as a political oligarchy. It is what it is. I really jumped on the Bernie bandwagon, but I never went full Bernie bro.
Yeah, that shit is weird.
And it's still going on. It's like I still
Yeah.
have people that were diehard Bernie bros that show up on my feed that are like, you know, well, yeah, but Hillary would have been just as bad. And I'm like, okay, really? Because I feel like we got Trump, who's just shitting on the Constitution,
Yeah.
shitting on religious freedom, shitting on minorities, shitting on, you know, anybody he can actually physically, probably literally shit on, according to some intel from Russia.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, and so Hillary might have taken some money from Goldman Sachs. But she
Yeah.
also wasn't going to ban Muslims from entering the country. She wasn't going to repeal transgender bathroom laws.
Yeah.
Like, I feel
think-
like when you say they're the same level of evil, it's not the lesser of two evils. I'm like, what kind of fucking evil are you rolling with? Because I feel like
now,
one's
granted,
way
I
evil.
feel like most of it there was going to be some of the same status quo.
Yeah.
I think we got really comfortable under Obama, and there are a lot of things that were ignored in the process, especially when it comes to Black Lives Matter and black people. Because under Obama, remember, like it became popping to kill black people.
Yeah.
So I remember I was out with a friend of mine, and she was just we were having dinner, and she was checking in with her homegirls or whatnot, and because the homegirl was on a date, and they were like, "Yeah, you never can be too careful." You know, since last year, somebody in Seattle got their head chopped off on a date.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
God, I remember
That's
this
crazy.
mother.
Yeah, I don't remember that much because it wasn't. And she was like, so she looked at, I was like, man, I don't remember that. That sounds terrible. And she was like, you don't remember that? And I was like, nah, I was actually too busy fearing for my life because we were getting killed like every week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I
this-
mean, granted,
this
that's
thing that-
fucked up.
It is.
Yeah.
I think the thing that was odd about that, it was first off, it was Seattle, which you tend to feel a little bit safer here
Yeah.
in the West Coast a little bit. But even now, there was, you know, this Indian man that was
this
shot
the home
in
of
Kent
Ted Bundy,
yesterday.
though.
Yeah. Well, here's,
You know what I'm saying?
and I'm going to go back to my end all be all on demographics of actual humans that I fear. It's always white men.
Yeah. as
White
it
men.
should
I am
be.
more afraid of white 20-something men than I am ever of any other race or culture
Exactly.
or belief system. Like,
Because you know why? When most black people kill, it's personal.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we
When
don't
women
like
kill,
you.
it's always personal.
Oh, when women kill, it's definitely personal. Like, it may be petty, but it's personal as fuck. White men is like, it's Saturday.
Well, and I think as a woman, I can't necessarily speak to the racial quality here, but as
Mm-hmm.
a woman, white 20-something men in our society have this sense of entitlement, like, oh, I want to date you, and if you don't want to date me, well, then fuck you, nobody gets to date you, and I'm going to shoot an entire college in California
Mm. I
up
know some
because
people like that.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what's terrifying.
Yeah.
You're going to want me, and if you don't, I'm going to make you want me, or you don't get to want anything.
that fragile masculinity is very toxic. I'm never a fan of it. I don't have that. It's dangerous, and I don't know. Like, fucks is up with people's egos.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just tragic. So, that's, I don't know. I guess that's why I don't date no more. So
It's smart.
I'm kind of good on that.
I feel like I'm too old to date, too. It's exhausting.
Nah, apparently dating over 30 fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Because like you lose your patience in general. I think kids do that too.
Yeah.
Like I don't have time for a lot of shit.
Yeah, like you got to be willing to deal with ass wiping and snot and a whole new level of stuff when you got
Yeah.
kids and you're trying to date.
And so yeah, and then like you got to deal with that kid shit.
Yeah.
And then somebody's texting you like, "Why didn't you text me back?" And it's like I don't have time for this
Because
shit.
I was taking a
I
nap.
have fucking bills.
I'm old.
Exactly. So fuck you. So
Right.
yeah, so that's why I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
That's why I would do. I'm good now. I'm good. I bite a bit before, but I'm good. Nah, man. So true sermon, this bitch. Anyway, so nah. All right. So anything that you're looking forward to this week coming up?
God, this week coming up. No.
Nah, me neither.
Shit, nothing.
I'm doing the most. I'm sorry. I'm saying though, but I'm doing the most. Like, all right, so my crew and my bandmates,
Yeah.
we're next week.
Shout out to Gentlemen of Leisure.
Shout out to
Gentlemen
Gentlemen of
of
Leisure.
Leisure.
That's right. The album Great and Powerful is coming out in
If
March.
you're in the South or the Southwest.
Yes, if you're in
go
the South
by.
or the Southwest, we will be performing in Austin on March 17th at the local bar and grill on Guadalupe. You have that Guadalupe. We need to get that address. But yeah, it's gonna be real fun, and we're just prepping for that. And that's like a pain in the ass to do, because we decided to release an album that same week. So I like to make things difficult.
Yeah, so you are actually literally doing the most.
Yeah, literally.
That's how I felt last week, but this week I'm going to be doing the least.
Yeah, I can't wait. So, oh yeah, thanks, L. Thanks. Hold up. I fucked up.
Did you fuck up?
Yep, I fucked up.
Damn.
All right, so nope, fits it. All right, anyway, so yeah, it's gonna be great. We will be performing at the local in Austin, Texas. That's at 2610 Guadalupe Street. Austin, Texas, 78705. So yeah, we'll be on there. Doors open at like 3.
Those over at 3. We're performing at 9.
We're performing at 9. So if you guys want to see us, you should definitely see the other bands too. There are a lot of other cool bands that are gonna be there.
Shout out to all the Seattle bands.
Yeah, shout out to all the Seattle bands that are gonna be there. It's gonna be really cool.
It's awesome.
Last time we went there was a really fun experience. It was very, very cool, man. Shout out to Austin. Austin, Texas is definitely dope. Like I just like it's pretty quirky. It's like Portland with more responsibilities.
Portland, if it didn't smell like an armpit.
Yeah,
Alright.
pretty much, yeah. It's
Alright.
like Portland, but like Portland took a bath.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, we can do this.
I was just in Portland last weekend.
Yep. Oh shit. Is this the second place you shitted on?
Yeah. I had a horrible hotel experience, and I'm not going to blame Portland for that.
Really? All right. We will not do that. We will not do that. By the way, do you want to explain yourself for Montana?
Yeah. So we haven't released it yet, but I hear this week we're going to be releasing
By
it.
the time people hear this, the Montana will be released.
Okay, so
will be released. Fuck Montana.
you're going to hear this,
Yes.
and you're going to be like, man, that bitch. We lost 5 of our Montana listeners. I'm sorry,
All
you guys.
5 of them.
All 5 of you.
Yes.
I went off by this time, while we were recording this, it was a few months ago, but I went off on Montana, and I should probably explain why, because I didn't preface it while ranting about it. But when Jeff Sessions was being confirmed to be our Attorney General / Russian liaison, apparently, Elizabeth Warren was told basically to sit down and shut up by Mitch McConnell. And in order for him to get away with this obscure rule in the inner workings of the Senate, he had to get somebody to second it. And it was the senator from Montana that did so. So when I go off on my Montana rant, it's actually because it was another white man that backed up Mitch McConnell telling Elizabeth Warren to sit down and shut up. And I think they should both go fuck themselves and each other. And I'm not so angry at Montana, mostly just that dude.
Fuck Montana.
But also fuck Montana.
I mean, fuck Montana in general. You know what's sad? I agree. I was with you on the fuck Montana thing. I had no idea why you were saying it.
You just went with it.
I
I
just
like
went
that.
with it. I liked it. I
that
was
brand of loyalty right there.
Not
I
only
really
do I trust your judgment, I just see no reason to apologize to Montana. What they gonna do? I don't this one of the moments where I can be like, yeah, fuck y'all. You know why? Because I'm not gonna go to Montana. There's no moment where I'm gonna be like, yo, I regret everything now.
Montana was so amazing.
Yo,
with a rich culture of diverse peoples.
They built the Marvel Comics museum in Montana.
No.
Nope. That's not gonna happen?
No.
Nah, it's not gonna happen.
Nope.
So, Montana will probably do the DC
They're gonna build a
comics.
giant statue for Clint Eastwood.
For what?
Man, we're back on the fuck Montana. Here I am trying to apologize. Look what happened.
That's
sorry.
awesome. Oh,
sorry,
sorry,
not sorry.
Montana.
Nobody's sorry.
Nobody's
Montana.
sorry.
That's we gonna stop lying? All right, cool.
Might as well.
We might as well stop lying.
I lied. Nah, but nah, man, it's been good. We look forward to
Sorry about that. My daughter sent me a video. Sorry, everyone. Some bad pop music just happened.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
Delightful.
Do you listen to do you find yourself, because my daughter listens to bad pop music as well. Do you find yourself listening to like Rachel Platten?
I don't. Oh wait, is that the fight song girl?
Yeah, that's the fight song girl.
Okay, so I liked the DNC celebrity remake of it, but no, I don't. Aside from that song, I don't know who she is.
I was this is the problem with well, not the problem, but I really like Spotify, and I let my daughter listen to Rachel Platten a couple times.
So now it shows up on your
So
recommended.
now it shows up on my recommended. Like,
So I have the
Chris.
same problem with Netflix.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, let me see what's recommended for me. I fucking Carly. What?
Yeah, exactly. You know what's one of the worst things? All right, this is my fault. Sometimes Netflix does this stupid shit. They're like, hey, you seen this really good movie. Do you like this suck-ass one that's kind of related?
Right.
Like, no, I don't. Like, hey, Chris, you watch Walking Dead. Do you want to watch iZombie? No.
No.
I don't, actually. Stop recommending this shit.
I don't know what I watch. I can't even fathom in my head what I watch because I watch a lot of sci-fi, fantasy, shit, some horror. I don't watch a lot of comedies. The comedies, like I said, I think we've talked about it several times. I like Parks and Rec and I like Scrubs. That's basically it for comedies for me. I don't know how it showed up on my recommended for you, but for a freaking about a year and a half, recommended for you, Human Centipede. What the fuck did I watch? I'm like,
Yo,
what?
you into watching people eating ass and
I
being
feel
connected?
like I must have fallen asleep and hit the button and watched something one night because it was like, yeah,
No.
you're gonna like this movie. I'm like, no, I
They'd be like,
promise you,
we
I would.
noticed you watch Gilmore Girls.
You're gonna want to watch Eating Ass.
Exactly. You're gonna watch being at your
It
life's
must
going
be
in the shitter
iCarly,
anyway.
guys. iCarly leads to Human
Exactly.
Centipede.
iCarly does it. They're like, we noticed you watch iCarly. Have you ever thought about going total gut bucket? Stop half-assing it.
We're gonna go full ass tonight.
I'd much rather iCarly lead to something like Battle Royale.
Right.
Yeah.
Centipede.
Oh, did you see the preview of the, that Battle Royale-esque movie that's coming out? It's gonna be super low budget.
You're gonna have to tell me the name.
Oh, I don't know that name, man. But it's like Battle Royale meets Office Space.
Okay.
And like, so these people are at work, and like they get locked in, and they go, yeah, 30 people have to die by the end of the day, or we're gonna kill 60 people.
Oh.
And it has a decent cast. I'm gonna find it. It's like
I need to know what this is.
Oh man,
It's not ringing a bell, so I'm gonna say no. I haven't seen the preview because I like previews. I'm one of those people that when we rent movies and we go see movies, I want to watch every single preview.
Yeah.
And Ken is like, "Oh my god, this movie's already out," and I'm like, "I don't care. I want to see the preview for it."
It's called the Bilko Experiment.
Oh no, I haven't heard
The
of this.
Bilko Experiment. It stars on. It has actually a really good cast with it. So the film stars Tony Goodwin from Scandal, some bitch from True Detective,
Some bitch from True.
I know. Yeah.
Can I get a real name? Because I actually like True Detective.
Oh,
Well, season
shit.
1, not season 2 so much.
Oh yeah. I totally ignore season 2. It doesn't exist.
And I really wanted to like it because Vince Vaughn. I love Vince Vaughn.
I wanted to watch it, but I kept falling asleep, and I felt like my brain was protecting me.
I will say I watched this past weekend Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, how was it?
It was pretty good. I thought I'd be much more in my feels than I was. I was more in my feels over Moonlight than I. Vince Vaughn plays like this drill sergeant.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like this movie wants to be serious, but I can't see Vince Vaughn and not think funny. So even when he's being like a hard ass drill sergeant and making fun of them, I wanted to giggle. So I think it was a little like
And
it
you
pulled
can't-
me out of the moment a little.
You can't take it seriously.
And the main character is Spider-Man, so
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
it's
then
Andrew
nah.
Garfield.
Yeah, that's not.
There are so many people in
So-
this film that are known for comedy.
Yeah. It's a comedic movie. It's kind of a comedic movie. Like
It's listed here as action horror thriller.
yeah.
Yeah, what?
But still, like it felt like I just saw a bunch of funny shit. Well, mainly because I like
Okay,
dark
who's the
shit.
chick from True Detective?
Audrey Arjona.
Yeah, Idris Arjona.
There it is. Thank you,
Okay.
Idris Arjona. Then there's Michael Rooker from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, yeah, or Merle from
Oh,
Walking
Merle,
Dead.
exactly, Merle,
Yandu or Merle.
Yondu Merle.
exactly. So you have him, John Gallagher Jr. He's from 10 Clover Lane. I've been meaning to see that, but I haven't seen it.
Okay, so he's the boy, because it's Mary Elizabeth.
I
What's
love
her
her.
freaking name? Yeah,
Yeah, I love her. I always had a really weird crush on her.
Ramona
Is-
Flowers. That's her.
yeah.
She's just Ramona Flowers.
Yeah, she's Ramona Flowers.
no.
Yeah.
I have a really hard. Anytime I see anybody with Scott Pilgrim versus the World, they
Yes.
are that person.
I
to me.
love Scott Pilgrim. That's
Me
a
too.
slept on movie.
That was a
I
slept on
watched
movie that I watch.
Yes.
My kids quote this movie because I'm like,
Yes.
hey, you're 4. We're watching Scott Pilgrim versus
Yes.
the World.
It's an awesome ass movie. It had such a wonderful cast.
Oh my god!
Like I thought it was great.
Yes.
It was
I saw
great.
that movie like 6 times in theaters because I was like, I want this movie to do better
Yes.
than it's doing.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
I just loved it. I was
I
a
love
huge
Scott
fan.
Pilgrim.
It caused me to gain a lot more respect for Macaulay's brother, Rory Culkin.
Kieran. It was
Kieran. It was Kieran Culkin. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Kieran Culkin. He was fucking great.
He is
Hilarious.
he is hilarious, and people don't give him enough credit because I think everyone associates him with Macaulay.
Yeah. So, but
Are you over there choking yourself?
yeah, a little bit because
Yourself.
I'm into that. And so,
You and that guy from Kill Bill.
yep. Oh
Shout
shit.
out to David
Too
Carradine.
soon.
Shout out to David Carradine and the whore that got away. Because wasn't it like a prostitute that got away? It was like
Well,
a thing.
I think everybody's assuming that was a prostitute.
He
That-
probably was masturbating
She-
and beating off in the closet.
did it to himself.
That's true. He did it to himself. Oh, damn! What a way to
too
go
bad.
out.
More ways than one.
What a way to go out, man. That is anti-sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right, everybody.
And on that note,
That
don't
note,
choke yourself while getting off in the closet.
everybody, don't choke yourself while getting off in the closet. That's not cool. We're gonna be back in like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Because myself and Lawrence are going to Austin.
I'll be in Seattle that weekend that you guys are in Austin for
Nice.
dance. For dance. Not for
me.
me, anything fun.
I'm about to say, what are you doing in Seattle?
Dance.
Dance momming?
Dance momming it up.
Did you ever watch the Dance Mom reality show?
Kylie watched it, my daughter, but
Yeah.
I was in the kitchen doing something and I was listening and I was like, "What the fuck is this nonsense?" And she's like, "It's Dance Moms." I'm like, "No Dance Moms I've ever met.
Nah.
That shit's not real."
It's just pretty
There
much
are
like
competitive moms in this
fodder.
environment, but it
just
is
like
like
competitive fodder.
these are a bunch of bitches just abusing their children mentally and paying somebody else to abuse their children mentally.
Yeah, that
I heard
great.
the lady that ran the studio, the main
Mm-hmm.
Aubrey Lee dance studio or whatever, like she might be going to prison for tax evasion. And some
Really,
shit, so
I
yeah.
felt like any moment, like I ended up watching it because my mother-in-law was in town one day and that's what she watched all day. Mm-hmm. So I ended up watching a couple episodes and I was like, she's gonna get punched in the face.
Yeah.
Like, cause she talks a little bit reckless to the mothers.
Yeah.
She was like, if y'all don't shut up, and I was like, ooh,
And the mom, but here's my thought: the moms let her, and she talks like that to the girls,
yeah.
and they are paying her for that abuse.
So as a
Like I'm writing you a check to tell my daughter she's too fat to do a pirouette or some shit.
exactly, like
I'm like,
that's fucked up.
What?
That's fucked up. So like,
That's not real, people. Because
I'm gonna say as a
I'm
real dance
I'm
mom,
a real dance mom, and I would tell you, I'm not gonna pay someone to abuse my children.
Exactly. I'm about to say you are out here in these streets. Like
Right? I am running these streets, dance mom.
Israel, how are the actual dance instructors? Are they cool?
The dance instructors. Oh, okay. At my kids' studio, I love them. They are amazingly talented people. They do their own choreography, which I think is understated.
Yeah.
I think it's really easy to teach somebody else's choreo and teach your kids how to move, but these ones make up their own. My kids travel to competitive things, including conventions where like they get professional dancers that come and teach like for the weekend, and that's
Yeah.
that's what we're doing in Seattle. That's what we just did in Portland.
Oh, that's dope.
Last weekend in Portland, my son, I have to give him a little shout out. He got a scholarship to attend one of these things for free in the
Nice.
future, and he got selected as an evolving artist in tap, which is his main dance style is hip hop. He really likes the
My
rap.
daughter wanted to do tap for 2 days, and things we paid for more, but her ass was like, nah.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the last time.
Tap is one of those things that like if you've got rhythm, you can pick it up quick, and if you have to work at it, it's not a lot of fun to work at it. So
Yeah.
people either really go for it or they really drop it. But he got picked as tap evolving artist, so what that means is this tap instructor that's been in movies for tap and done a bunch of stuff, he's going to put out these YouTube videos with private links. My son gets to take these like online classes, submit videos back for critique, and
that's pretty dope.
and basically audition. And then when we go to Vegas in July, if he's picked, he gets to dance on national stage with this professional tap dancer.
That's
teacher.
awesome.
So he's pretty excited about it.
That's awesome, man. Man,
Yeah.
going to Vegas.
And yes, I do have a boy dancer, and I know all the stigma and stereotypes that go along with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Motherfuckers
And-
dancing, man. It's good. It's all good.
He's the only boy at his studio, so like he loves it because he's surrounded by girls that just dote on him and flirt with him and giggle, and
Nice.
he
That's
loves
why
it.
I was in theater.
That's
But
the
when he goes
dream.
back to school, that's
Yeah.
where the little shits are like, "Are you do ballet? You're gay."
Nah.
Caleb's like,
It's like
"That's kind of whatever.
Yeah.
You play football and you wrestle around on the ground with dudes, and I'm
Exactly.
dancing with girls that are Miss Washington and Miss Junior High America."
Exactly.
So
tell him they can suck his dick, man. They got a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Well, all right, kids, you could be anything in the world if you're listening, and if they got a problem with it, they can suck your dick.
and you're
Message.
probably not listening if your parents are.
Yeah, exactly. That's an obvious Mr. Rogers quote.
Parents, if your kids can be anything they want to be, and if you don't like it, you can.
You can suck a bag of dicks because
Right.
you're a terrible parent. Well, all right. Now that we ended up on the high note,
Love your children no matter what, because that's what you're fucking programmed to do.
Exactly.
That's my end of my message.
exactly. Love
Don't be
the
like, I
kids,
love
man.
you if you're straight, you go to college, you make a good job, and you're rich.
Exactly.
And you marry within your race. Fuck
Oh.
you. You're a bad parent at that moment.
All right. Is that your profound quote?
That's my profound quote. My ignorant quote. Fuck Montana.
Again. Oh, man. Fuck them. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great evening. Thank you all for listening. Remember to follow us on SoundCloud. We have more big things coming up. We're trying to, just make ourselves more accessible to everybody. So keep on the lookout. We got a lot of good things coming up. Thank you all for listening. This has been great. We're having a great time. Shout out to everybody who enjoyed the Black Card Revolt episode. All of our
Absolutely.
friends. They had a good time. Julian, Luke, Caroline, and Mark, who won.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, Mark. You're awesome.
Mark won. We played a game about black people and diversity, and a white man won.
Yeah.
And he won by beating out
The white girl.
the white girl, which is
America.
America.
Yeah, America. And you
Fuck
know
yeah.
what? Can I say it on the air? For that reason, Breezy, you won Black Card Revolt. You know what it's like to be screwed over by a white man.
I do.
That's great. Congratulations. That is great.
White men, man.
Oh man, white men. Oh, you're fucking terrible. But anyway, but shout out to Mark, man. Shout out to Mark. That was my dude. I'm so proud of him. He came through. All of our friends are very kind of like, some of them are kind of introverted, and they really did a great job this
They
time,
did.
and
We
I'm
had
very
a lot
proud
of fun
of
with
them.
that. I want to
So-
do more of that in the future.
Yeah, we will. We
Yeah.
definitely will. That was fun, guys. All right, guys. Well, you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will all see you soon. Thank you for listening.
Question your president every chance you get.
Every fucking chance.
See you later.
Resist.
Peace.